angle y, sorry. And then angle T is congruent to angle Z. All right, and then the last piece. Write the ratios of the corresponding side lengths in a statement of proportionality. What does that usually look like?
Like 3 numbers set equal over a fraction.
Yeah, so 3 fractions, not numbers. So they're going to be the side lengths. They're going to be the sides, not numbers. But I know what you're saying. It's okay. So you can either look at this similarity statement or you could look at the triangle. If we started with RT and we did 25, what would the bottom then look like? 15. Oh, why am I doing that? Derp. We don't do the numbers. I just told you we don't do the numbers. I'm sorry. I'm not lying. I just made a mistake. So we're going to do RT over what number or what letters? XZ. And then ZX. You just have to flip both of them. Sure, TS. And then, so TS, sorry. And then ZY, you're right. TS, ZY. And then the last one, if we did RS over XY. That'd be XY. What are you talking about? You could, if you did SR, you'd have to do YX. So, if you notice, where do all of the top letters or all the top sides come from? One triangle. Okay, the bigger triangle. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's the same triangle, and the bottom comes from the same triangle as well. If you flipped one of them, you'd have to flip all of them. All right, so we're going to create proportions. I always start with the easiest x. Where is the easiest x? 2x, which is BC. So 2x. What does BC correspond with in the other triangle? ST, which is 24. Yeah. All right, so that's our first fraction. And it will equal a second fraction. We took from triangle ABC in the top, so we have to do the same thing for our second fraction. Pick the next easiest x. X minus 2, which is a B. What does x minus 2 correspond with in the other triangle? Yeah, that 9. So we're solving for x. We're going to cross multiply like normal. So 2x times 9 is 18x. If you're trying to work ahead, please don't. You're probably going to make the mistake that I don't want you to make. When you cross multiply the other direction, you're multiplying 24 by the entire side length. So if you do 24x minus 2, what have you actually multiplied 24 by? X. Did you multiply it by the entire thing? No. So put it in parentheses. Because how are we going to multiply 24 by both of these? What is that called? Distributing. So on the left, we still have 18x. On the right, we'll have 24x. What is 24 times a negative 2? Negative 48. I'm going to move this, well, normally I'd move the smaller x. I'm just going to move 24 to the other side. What is 18x minus 24x? Negative 6x. You're good. Equals negative 48. Divide by negative 6. And what does x equal? Positive 8. That is the answer. When we go to do our scavenger hunt, there are quite a few of these. Okay, so you do this the same way you did your homework. But I always, again, do the easiest x's. Okay, question on this one. Okay, go ahead and flip to the other side. We're going to talk about perimeter and area. I'm going to show you the official definition or the official formula, and you're going to write down the easy formula. So I would write down perimeter, the word perimeter. I would also take out a highlighter so you know what to review when you go to review this section. If two polygons are similar, then the ratio of their perimeters is equal to the ratio of their corresponding side lengths. So this is what the textbook definition is. I will show you what we will do. We're going to do the side that you're given from the first over the side that you're given from the second equals the perimeter from the first over the perimeter of the second. I would highlight that. So you would know where to look. The only thing that matters is that these two sides have to be corresponding. They do have to be corresponding sides. That is the formula. Side of the first over the side of the second equals perimeter of the first over the perimeter of the second. So our first problem is about two gazebos. The two gazebos shown are similar pentagons. Find the perimeter of gazebo A. So you're going to use that perimeter formula. The side of the first over side of the second equals the perimeter of the first over the perimeter of the second. What side are we given in our first shape? 10, 10. In the first shape, we're doing this one. 10. So it's going to go on the top because it's a side from the first over a side from the second. It has to be the corresponding side. So what side corresponds with 10? 15. Equals the perimeter of the first. Do we know the perimeter of the first? No. Could we know it? No. So I would actually not use the letter X. Can anybody guess, looking at this picture, why I wouldn't? There's already an X and it represents something else. So I'm going to put P for perimeter. All right, and then equals the perimeter of the second. No. Perimeter of the entire second object. Perimeter, you add up all the sides. So 18 and 12 make 30. 15 and 15 make 30. What's 30 plus 30? 60, and then plus 9. We're going to cross multiply. So we got 15p equals 690. Divide by 15. And what is the perimeter? 46 meters. That's it. The second is area. It's actually going to be the same formula, but there's going to be one difference. So think about if this was the area, if the area was 46 meters, it'd be squared. So the main difference for area is that we're going to have the sides squared. So here's what that means. You're going to use the same formula, except for the sides will be squared. So you want to go ahead and write that down and highlight it as well. Here we go. Go ahead and use this formula. Side of the first over side of the second squared equals the perimeter of the first over the perimeter of the second. Oh my gosh, stop it. All right, so what is the side that we're given in the first shape? 7. What does it correspond with in the second? 21. Do we know the area of the first? We do. It's 84. You're good. Do we know the area of the second? No. I'm going to put A for area. You can put X if you want. There's no other X in this picture. All right, so when you're squaring something, what are you doing? Multiplying it by itself. So here's what I tell people. You can either write it off to the side, or squaring a fraction, you square the top and you square the bottom. So you square the top and you square the bottom. Or you can write it off to the side twice and multiply it. Same way, multiplying it twice and squaring it are the same thing. So what is 7 squared? 49. What is 21 squared? Pretty sure it's 441. I would check that. What's 21 times 21?
441.
Equals 84 over the area. Now we have one fraction equal to another, so what do? Cross multiply. So we get 49a equals a very large number. What is 441 times 84?
A large number.
37,044.
Perfect. Divide by 49. Area equals 500 something. Perhaps. Maybe. Or 700 something. No. 900 something.
756. I said it first.
Meters squared. That is it. We've got those last two. In exercises 5 and 6, the figures are similar. Find the missing corresponding side lengths. So we're going to have to decide if we're going to use perimeter or area formulas. All you have to do is look for which word they used. Figure A has a perimeter of 60 inches, and one of the side lengths is 5 inches. Figure B has a perimeter of 84 inches. So which of these formulas are we going to use? The perimeter. So we're going to do the side from the first over the side from the second equals the perimeter of the first over the perimeter of the second.
Yeah, can we just put like S and P?
Yeah, that's fine. This is for you.
Oh.
So whatever makes you remember.
Are we gonna scavenger hunt after this?
We are. So are we missing a perimeter or a side length? A side length, okay? Do we have a side length from the first shape? Yes, we do. What is it? 5. Do we have a side length from figure B? No. So we're going to put X. Do we have a perimeter from the first shape? Yes, 60. Do we have a perimeter of the second shape? Yes, 84. So we cross multiply. So we're going to get 60x equals, divide by 60, and x equals 7. Inches, I want to say, yeah. Technically. They're just being annoying. Make my kids stop doing that. That's annoying. Stop sending me these pictures. Oh, I'm recording. That's good. Good stuff. All right, last one. It says figure A has an area of 4,928 square feet, and one of the side lengths is 88 feet. Figure B has an area of 77 square feet. So we're going to use our area formula. What?
I said we're going to use the area formula.
We are going to use the area formula. Perfect. We are again missing a side length. So we have side of the first over side of the second squared equals area of the first over area of the second. Do we have a side length from the first? Yes, what is it? 88. Do we have the side length from the second? X. Do we know the area from the first? Yeah, 4,928. And then the area from the second, 77. I'm actually going to go to a separate page because I do not have room. Come on, Lord. There we go. Okay. So remember, you're going to square the top and square the bottom. What is 88 squared? It's a very big number.
7,744.
Perfect. And then you square the top, you also square the bottom. So x squared is going to be on the bottom. The right side stay the same. Now we have one fraction equal to another fraction. So what do we do from here? Cross multiply. I sincerely hope that you are paying the utmost attention to this, because this is on the quiz tomorrow. And you say you don't understand, and if you don't understand, then I want you to understand. So the best thing to do for that is to follow along, and you haven't written anything for this problem. Well, I appreciate the arts.
5, 9, 6, 2, 8.
Oh, I got the answer to it.
Hold on, I'm getting there. Oh, x squared. All right, so what is 7,744 times 77? 50 something, right? No?
5, 9, 6.
596,288.
88. Perfect. What do we do from here? We got to divide first by 4,928.
And it will be 120.
Yes. So x squared equals 121. How do we get x by itself then? Take the square root. So x is 11. I'm pretty sure that was feet.
Squared.
Squared, yep. That is it. So, you do have homework. It is on the board over there. It's 10 problems. Remember that at first, all your grades are homework grades. Second thing, remember you have a quiz tomorrow. Make sure you know what these words mean, because if you do not, you will not understand what it's asking for, and you will not answer it correctly. So similarity statement, statement of proportionality, scale factor, and then you need to make sure you know those two formulas for perimeter and area.